Hello class, good evening. In this video we will see how to create internal tables which are usually and normally represented as arrays in other programming languages, and then we will see how to populate data in them, and then how to fetch and display all the records in our internal table through loop and write statement. So in this video we will learn about loops, write statement, internal tables, populating internal tables, and displaying and fetching data from them. So let's start it. So I have recently I have created an example for you, and just try from it. I have saved it somewhere here in maybe Notepad. Let's see. So this was our example. So let me just copy paste it so it will save our time. So let me describe what is going on here. So first of all, we have created our structure known as types. With type command keyword, you can create any kind of structure. So we have created a structure known as ty underscore student, or you can say is type underscore student. This structure holds our two columns. You can call it, this is an empty table and it has two columns: id of type n with length 5 and name of type c with length n. So this was basically our structure. Then we have used a reference of this structure and saved it in another, created another structure. You can say copy of this ty underscore student is now saved in GWA underscore student. GWA means work area of student. This was student type or structure, or we have copied that structure into this now. So now both holds same. Now GW underscore student and T underscore student both have these two columns in the structure. So now let's create internal table through this structure. Let's see how to do it. So this is the line. It create internal table, like you can see on it. We have created internal table with name IT, and we have referred it with this keyword command type table of ty underscore student, like this, and with header line. It means our internal table is now created, but for now it is empty. It has no data, but it can hold and save as many as records you put into it, and all those records will have ID or name. Now let's try inserting records in this internal table called IT. So I have recently set 3 record in it. Let's try this. So what I will do now, I will use this structure as a temporary structure to hold records, and then copy it to append it to our internal table. So for first student ID I have 1 and name John, and now appended this into my internal table. Again this time I have given 2 and Jim and appended this values to my internal table, and third value is also appended into internal table. So for now what we have done, let me recap it for you. We have created a structure, okay, which holds ID and name, two values, and then we have created another temporary structure which basically its use is to store data temporarily before appending into original internal table. With this line we have created our internal table, and which is referring to our local data type called ty underscore student. So our internal table is created through this line, and then we have inserted 3 records, appended them into our internal table. So let's try. For now, if we activate it, no errors, and process, it will show nothing because we haven't given any write statement yet, so there is no output. So now let's just try and output all these records through loop. So this is the loop syntax. Loop at internal table, which is IT, and loop. In this loop, row by row, I will try to show all the records which are currently in our internal table. So write a statement and colon slash for new line. So IT dash AD comma internal table dash name. Full stop. So basically what will this loop will do, at every record it will go into new line and it will write ID and name until we have 0 records in our internal table. Now let's try to execute and see what happens next. So these are our records: 1 for John, 2 for Jim, 3 for Jack. Now let's try to remove this unwanted 0. No 0. Activate it. Sorry, I have used no 0 with name. It has to be used with ID. Let's try now. Now you can see we have no extra zeros, but space is still occupied in memory. 1 for John, 2 for Jim, 3 for Jack. So this was an overview of internal tables in SAP ABAP, which is a very brilliant and very important concept. If you have mastered this concept of creating and manipulating with internal tables, you can do and create, develop any kind of report, and almost you can say you have mastered now 70 to 80% of ABAP program, because most of them most of the time you have to deal with loops and internal tables and all this kind of stuff. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed and liked this video. See you in next one. Goodbye.